Hi, this is your storyteller. In a peaceful mountain village that sat above the mist, lived a quiet woman named Liora. Every morning before sunrise, she would walk barefoot through the tall grasses of the high meadows. There, hidden among the dew-kissed wildflowers, were the softest clouds just waiting to be gathered. With practiced hands, Liora would reach inside her woven basket and pull up wisps of cloud until it was full and heavy. Then she would return to the village and climb the winding path to the Temple of Whispers. Now, no one knew exactly what Liora did with those clouds inside the temple, but everyone agreed they were in good hands. For after she climbed the temple stairs and disappeared inside, the villagers below would have the sweetest dreams that floated and drifted through the night and wrapped them in calm. One day, though, a little girl named Talia decided she'd had enough of dreaming about floating sheep and singing trees. So when Liora set out for the meadow that morning, Talia followed her into the hills. She hid among the wildflowers and watched as Liora skipped merrily along, humming a tune as she wove more clouds into her basket. Then when Liora stopped to rest under a shady rock, Talia crept closer. "What are you doing?" she asked. "Why do you collect clouds?" Liora turned and smiled at her. "Don't you want to know what dreams are made of, child? Or perhaps you already know and just wish to test if my clouds are as soft as they seem." She offered Talia a wisp of cloud, which she promptly poked and prodded like a marshmallow. Talia shook her head. "I don't want to play." "I want to know why you take the clouds away." Liora sighed and sat back. "The clouds aren't taken away," she said. "They are simply returned home at the end of their journey." Talia frowned. "What journey?" Liora gestured toward the sky. "Every evening when the sun dips below the mountains and the world grows dark, we release the clouds from our sky prison. They float across the darkness, carrying dreams to everyone below." "Oh," said Talia, looking toward the village. "So that's how we dream." Liora nodded. "But you asked why certain clouds are taken. It's because not all clouds can carry dreams." "What do you mean?" "Some clouds are shaped by the wind and others are just born that way. Tall, thin clouds like these," Liora said, pointing to some jagged shapes in the distance, "are called the spine breakers. Their sharp edges poke holes in dreams, so we do not use them." Talia giggled. "That sounds like my brother Fem. He always wakes up with a start and says he had a bad dream." Liora smiled. "Yes, well, there are also the puffballs," she said, plucking a small white cloud from her basket. "These clouds may look soft, but they're hollow inside. And if you put something hollow over your face, you won't be able to breathe now, will you?" "No one could possibly dream while they're holding their breath." Talia nodded slowly. "So then what kind of clouds are used for dreams?" she asked. Liora stood up and dusted off her skirt. "The 7 dream winds," she said. "Their breaths are soft and slow and steady, and their bellies are always full of fluffy feathers, spun sugar, and starlight." As if to prove her point, a gentle breeze rustled through the meadow, sending clouds tumbling through the sky. Liora reached up and caught one in her hands, letting it trickle through her fingers. "Look," she said, "the 7 dream winds dance across the twilight sky every night. And when they dip low, like they're doing now, they leave their dreams behind." Talia gasped as she saw 7 clouds twirling and dipping across the horizon, each one shaped like a wispy humanoid with arms outstretched as if in a great big dance. As the last of the daylight faded away, Liora took Talia's hand and led her to the Temple of Whispers. "It's time to help me sort the clouds," she said. "Come quick before the first stars appear." When Talia looked back, she saw the 7 dream winds spiraling through the darkening sky, leaving trails of stardust and feathers in their wake. Then suddenly, one of the clouds broke away from the group and hurtled toward the ground like a shooting star. "Oh dear," said Liora, "that poor little cloud. It's fallen from the sky early and lost its way." Talia watched as the cloud drifted closer, taking on a shape like a hunched old man with a long white beard streaming behind him. "Can we help it?" she asked. Liora nodded. "If we can catch it, I might be able to tie it back to the sky with some moonbeams before it loses all its fluff and turns into rain." With that, Liora set off running along the temple path as the cloud drifted closer. Talia stumbled to keep up with her, and soon they were both out of breath. Just as the old cloud touched down in a nearby field, Liora threw her arms up and let out a loud whistle. And from the corner of her eye, Talia saw the most beautiful cloud she had ever seen swoop down from the sky and land beside them. It had the softest edges and a belly full of swirling colors. Inside, Talia could swear she saw tiny figures dancing and making merry. Liora beamed at her. "That's one of the moon weavers," she said. "It will help us guide this lost soul back to the sky." Then, with the help of the other two clouds, they tied the old man cloud to the moon weaver with strands of moonlight and starlight. As the first rays of dawn touched the mountain peaks, the three clouds rose into the sky, each one lighter and brighter than the last. Then, as quickly as they appeared, they were gone, leaving Liora and Talia alone in the field. "Where did they go?" asked Talia. Liora pointed toward the east, where the sun was beginning to rise. "To rejoin the other 4 dream winds," she said, "who are just waking the world with their song." And indeed, as the sun climbed higher, the sky filled with color as more and more clouds took flight. Soon the entire world was bathed in light, and the soft whispers of dreams floated on the breeze. Liora and Talia walked back to the village together, hand in hand. And as they passed the sleeping houses, Liora leaned closer to Talia and whispered, "Now you know that dreams are made of clouds and clouds are made of dreams." Talia smiled. "I'll never forget it," she promised. From that day forward, Talia dreamed of dancing clouds and whispering winds that carried her on their backs across the sky. And every morning she woke up happy and eager to greet the day. And that, my little dreamers, is the story of the Cloud Collector and the 7 dream winds. Now close your eyes and dream your sweetest dreams. And may your night be filled with gentle breezes and clouds as soft as downy feathers.